The most feared badges in the automotive world are dying quietly, in plain sight, on lots you drive past every week. Somebody paid full sticker for the exact car sitting there unsold, and their money is evaporating by the day while they sleep. That is not a scare tactic, it is arithmetic. It is 2026, and 7 prestige nameplates are stacking up unsold, some marooned for over a year, one for nearly 4. These are 7 prestige badges now rotting on dealer lots in 2026, the trophies the wealthy once elbowed each other to own, that almost nobody will touch today. One of them stickers past $250,000, one is a flagship its own maker just executed, and the reason all 7 are collapsing is stranger, quieter, and far more permanent than a single bad sales month. It is a change in the buyers themselves. Stick with me and you will get the exact 7, the brutal numbers behind each, and what it signals whether you buy, sell, or just enjoy watching an empire crack. Tap subscribe first, because this is the shift the luxury industry is praying you never notice. We count down from the biggest names to the most shocking. Number 7 is where the bleeding starts, and it wears the most respected badge of them all. Before the list, one fact reframes everything you are about to see. For 100 years, a luxury badge was a magic word. Bolt a famous crest to a car, and buyers would pay almost anything, wait almost forever, forgive almost anything. That spell is breaking. In 2026, affluent shoppers have gone cold and calculating. They will no longer hand over a fortune for a name alone, not when a cheaper brand now delivers the same screens, the same leather, the same quiet ride. Premium lots are now fuller than ordinary ones. Discounts on prestige metal have quietly climbed past 7% of sticker, and the proud names are cutting deals and dangling incentives in a way they have simply never had to before. The begging has begun at the top. You will notice something as we descend the list. The more expensive and exclusive the badge gets, the worse the rot becomes. That is the opposite of how it used to work, and it is the whole point. So this is not a story about 7 bad cars. It is a story about 7 proud badges discovering, in the same brutal year, that the magic word finally stopped working. Number 7. Mercedes-Benz EQS picture, spending 6 figures on the 3-pointed stars electric flagship, then watching it hold barely 30 cents of every dollar after a few short years. That is the EQS today, a rolling technological marvel that depreciates like a dropped phone the second it leaves the lot. Mercedes built it to be the electric S-Class, the car that would carry the world's most respected luxury name into the future. Buyers looked at the bulbous jelly bean shape, the eye-watering price, and a resale value that craters faster than almost any luxury car alive, and they simply walked to the exit. Word travels fast among the wealthy. Nobody wants to be the fool who bought the 6-figure car worth a third of that at trade-in. The brand that practically invented the automobile itself is now watching its own sales slide by double digits, and bleeding worst exactly where it once reigned unchallenged. The very top of the range, the halo cars, the flagships meant to be aspirational. When the crown jewels themselves become the slowest sellers in the showroom, the whole kingdom is quietly in trouble. Dig into why, and it is almost poetic. The EQS was engineered to overwhelm you with tech, a dashboard-length glass screen, a whisper-silent cabin, range for days. But the wealthy buyer it was built for does not want to gamble 100 grand on a battery that will be obsolete in 5 years and a shape that photographs like a computer mouse. They want the badge to feel timeless, and nothing about a fast-aging electric flagship feels timeless. There is a cruel irony threaded through it. The taller the badge stood, the further it now has to fall, and Mercedes stood tallest of all. The EQS opens this countdown because it is the most familiar name here, failing in the most visible, most humiliating way. The king, with the biggest crowd watching him trip. And if the most respected badge on earth is stumbling, the ones with less to lean on are in real danger. One of them is not just stumbling, it is actively setting itself on fire. Number 6. Jaguar. Here is a question the industry is still trying to answer. How does a legendary marque manage to erase itself? Jaguar found a way. In a bid to reinvent as an ultra-premium electric brand, it torched almost its entire lineup, hit pause on selling, and unveiled a rebrand so baffling the internet spent weeks mocking it. The result on the ground is grim. The cars still wearing the leaping cat, models like the F-Pace, sit among the slowest-moving luxury machines in the country, orphaned by a company that seems embarrassed by its own past. For generations, the leaping cat meant something precise, understated British elegance, old wealth, a certain effortless cool. It was one of the most emotionally loaded badges ever cast. A badge that once meant all of that now means only one thing to a confused public: a question mark. Shoppers do not know what Jaguar is anymore. Is it a heritage sports car maker? A boutique electric startup? A meme? A buyer standing in a showroom cannot answer that, and a person who cannot explain a badge to themselves will never sign a six-figure loan for it. Confusion is the one thing a luxury brand can never afford, because prestige is a story, and Jaguar burned its own story to the ground. Meanwhile, the leftover gas models rust in the corner, unloved and undersold, casualties of a plan that forgot the customers standing in front of it. This one stings differently, because the wounds are self-inflicted. Mercedes is being punished by the market. Jaguar walked into the fire on purpose. And the next badge proves that even the most bulletproof reputation on the planet has one model it cannot give away. Number 5. Lexus LX600 now, for the plot twist nobody expects, because it breaks the whole pattern. Lexus is the most feared name in this business for the opposite reason. Its cars vanish off lots in under 3 weeks, snapped up faster than almost anything else sold in America. Which is why this entry is so jarring. On the LX600, the brand's towering flagship SUV, the vast majority of a full model year's stock simply sat there, unsold, month after month. Its smaller sibling, the GX in its priciest guise, fared little better. So what went wrong for the untouchable brand? Price and purpose, tangled together. The LX600 pushes deep into six figures and drinks fuel like the body-on-frame truck it secretly is, and the very buyer who will happily wait weeks for a sensibly priced Lexus draws a hard line at paying full flagship money for a badge that, at this altitude, suddenly has to outpunch Range Rover and the German heavyweights on their own turf. At 30 grand under, the badge does the talking. At 130 grand, the badge has to fight, and here it loses. There is something almost reassuring buried in this one for the rest of us. It proves the market has not gone insane. It has gone rational. The same crowd that will camp out for a sensibly priced Lexus took one look at a $100,000 version wearing the identical badge and said, calmly, no. Loyalty has a price ceiling now, and the LX600 slammed straight into it. The lesson lands hard. Even the strongest name alive has an altitude where the magic thins out, and if the untouchable brand can strand a flagship, picture the freefall waiting for a car nobody was excited about to begin with. Number 4. Audi S3. Do the math on this one and it stops being funny. 368 days. That is roughly how long the average Audi S3 has been loitering on a lot at the current pace, long enough for a baby to be conceived, born, and take its first wobbling steps before someone finally signs for the thing and drives it home. None of this is the car's fault, and that is what makes it fascinating. The S3 is a genuinely sharp little performance sedan. Turbocharged, all-wheel drive, tautly built, the kind of machine enthusiasts use to lust after. It is quick, it is polished, and it is going nowhere. That is not the problem. The problem is that its slice of the market, the small, pricey, badge-driven luxury car, is exactly the slice affluent buyers have abandoned, drifting to roomier crossovers or simply refusing to pay premium money for a compact. Run the clock forward and it only looks worse. Every extra week that little sedan idles under the lot lights, the dealer pays interest on it, the model year ages towards stale, and the eventual discount grows, a slow-motion loss unfolding over more than a calendar year for a car that did nothing wrong. Because that is the cruelty of it. A genuinely excellent machine can be doomed by nothing but its address on the showroom floor. Nothing is broken on the S3 except the world it was born into, a world that quit buying small, proud, expensive cars. Sitting for a year is bad. Being killed off entirely is worse, and that is exactly the fate of the badge at number 3. Number 3. BMW 8 Series say goodbye, because this one is already on the executioner's list. The 8 Series was BMW's crown jewel, a low, muscular, $112,000 Grand Tourer built to prove the brand could still make something beautiful and indulgent. In 2026, it takes the better part of a year to sell each one, and BMW has confirmed the obvious: production is ending, with no successor coming. The flagship coupe is a dying breed, and this gorgeous, doomed machine is one of the last of its kind still rolling off a line. Buy one now, and you are not buying a car so much as a headstone for an entire idea of what luxury used to be. Think about what that means for the badge on the hood. A car meant to be aspirational, the poster on a teenager's wall, is being quietly wheeled off to the graveyard because the buyers who once dreamed about it now want tall electric crossovers instead. There is a strange dignity and a stranger sadness in watching it go. This was never a practical car. It was a statement, a two-door indulgence built for the pure joy of arriving somewhere in something gorgeous. And the market has voted that it no longer has room for pure joy at 6 figures, only for square, sensible, screen-filled boxes on stilts. The Grand Touring Coupe, the single purest expression of automotive prestige, is going extinct in real time, and the 8 Series is one of the last bodies still warm. That is a legend dying of neglect. But at number 2, a legend is dying of something worse: the slow rot of a name that used to make grown men weak. Number 2. Maserati the Trident. For decades it meant Italian fire, opera on wheels, the sound and fury the Germans could never quite bottle. Read the sales sheets in 2026, and that romance reads like a ghost story. Maserati has collapsed into one of the slowest selling names in the entire market. Not one slow model, the whole brand. Its SUVs and sedans piling up on lots, while the corporate giant that owns it publicly scrambles for any plan that stops the bleeding. When an entire storied mark becomes a rounding error, that is not a slump. That is a 5-alarm emergency for a name that once printed money. The magic that once let it charge a fortune for character over perfection has curdled. Buyers now see the fragile reliability, the steep depreciation, the thin dealer network, and they see it clearly, because the badge no longer blinds them to it. Understand how far this fall really is. This is a name that once sat in the same sentence as Ferrari, a badge people whispered with reverence, a sound that made showrooms go silent. To watch it discounted, stacked, and ignored is to watch a legend become ordinary in real time. That is the specific horror of a prestige name that stops delivering. The instant the spell lifts, every flaw it was hiding leaps into full view. The reliability worries, the depreciation cliff, the sparse service network. Maserati did not fail because Italy forgot how to build passion. It failed because, in 2026, passion alone no longer buys a single ounce of forgiveness, which leaves one badge standing at the summit of this list. The most expensive, the most exclusive, and somehow the most stranded of them all. Number 1. Aston Martin DBX, $250,000. That is what this car costs. And it has been sitting, on average, for the better part of 2 years. The DBX is Aston Martin's SUV, the same badge James Bond drives, stretched over a family-sized body and priced into the stratosphere. It is savagely fast, achingly beautiful, and hand-built to a standard almost nothing on the road can touch. None of that is saving it. In the thin, rarefied air at the very peak of the luxury market, where you would assume money means nothing and desire means everything, even the most seductive badge in all of cinema cannot force a $236,000 SUV off the tarmac. The people up here can afford anything, which is exactly why they have become impossible to rush, impossible to dazzle, impossible to fool. And that is the perfect, brutal punchline to this entire list. If a name as intoxicating as Aston Martin, on a car this exquisite, at this altitude of wealth, can rot on a lot for years, then the old belief that prestige sells itself is not wounded. It is finished. The buyers with the most money to burn have somehow become the hardest of all to impress, the slowest to sign, the least dazzled by a famous name, and no crest, no matter how storied or how cinematic, gets a free pass from them anymore. Let that image sit for a second. A hand-built British masterpiece, wearing the most cinematic badge in the world, priced like a small house, parked, waiting, gathering dust, while the richest buyers on earth stroll past it unmoved. 10 years ago, that sentence would have been impossible. Today, it is a data point. When a badge this powerful, on a car this magnificent, at this stratospheric price, cannot find a home, the whole pyramid of prestige is shaking from the very top down, and everyone standing below it on the pyramid should be quietly terrified. So there they are, 7 prestige badges, from the merely stumbling to the flat-out stranded, all learning the same lesson in the same year. Notice what actually connects them. It is not that they are bad cars, most are superb. It is that the one invisible product every single one of them was selling on top of the steel and leather, the badge, the name, the story, the feeling of arrival, has quietly, permanently lost its grip on the people it was aimed at. Their fluent buyers went from loyal to skeptical, from dazzled to calculating, and once that happened, no crest could hide a bad value, a dead segment, or a lost identity. The magic words stopped working, and 7 proud names are paying the price on lots across the country. For you, that shift is pure opportunity. A prestige car that has been rotting for a year is a dealer bleeding money and desperate to deal, which means the badges that were untouchable a moment ago are suddenly negotiable in ways they never were. The empire cracking at the top is a door opening for anyone patient enough to walk through it. Now, I want to know where you land. Is the luxury badge dead for good, or will it come roaring back? Drop your take below and be honest about it. And do not leave yet. I have pulled 2 more videos onto your screen right now. One on the badges that are secretly still worth every penny, and one on the cars quietly beating them all. Tap either one, and I will meet you in the next one.